Natalie Welch, and I'm here with ProWrite. We're visiting Georgetown University to ask some students about their experiences here. Let's go. Hi everyone, what's your name?
I'm Emma.
And what year are you?
I'm a freshman right now, and I'm studying English in the college.
And where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
What's your name?
Peyton.
And what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
What do you study here?
I study healthcare management and policy, and I'm on the pre-med track.
And where are you from?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
So what's your name?
Benjamin.
And what year are you?
I'm a junior.
What do you study?
I'm a dual major in philosophy and biological physics.
And where are you from?
The great state of Maine.
What's your name?
Daria.
And what's your major?
International politics.
And what year are you?
I'm a junior.
And where are you from?
I'm from Denver.
I'm Ishan.
I'm Alex.
And what do you study?
Right now I'm undecided.
Yeah, I'm undecided in the SFS, but maybe like IPOL.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from New York City.
I'm from Dallas.
So what's your favorite part about Georgetown?
I really love the community, honestly, and I take Arabic, and having been in that program for 3 years now has introduced me to all kinds of people going through the same struggles, going through the same ups and downs as me, and I've just made so many friends through just small little things like that, like through my language, through my clubs, everything like that.
I would say that my favorite thing about Georgetown has been the community of people who really care about what they're doing. Everyone here is super passionate, whether it's about school or the clubs they're in or anything else. That's what I love about it.
Well, I guess, so far I've really liked my classes. The teachers have been pretty good, the material's been interesting, and also the people, I think, have been really nice so far.
Definitely like the location, because like I know for other schools, if you're in a rural area, there's nothing much to do, and if you're in like such too urban of an area, it's like kind of suffocating. So I think DC is like a nice balance. There's so much things to do around here, and it's like so cool.
I really like the people here. Everyone's like really nice, so that's good. Yeah.
I think that individual communities that you can get involved in with various different like extra co-curricular stuff is really awesome. The departments that I'm studying in are really awesome, and then so I really just kind of enjoy how much you can throw yourself into stuff.
So how do you guys like Georgetown so far?
I definitely like it, yeah. I've enjoyed myself so far. It was one of my first choices in the college process. So.
Yeah, it was one of my first choices as well, so like I liked it too.
I really like it so far. Like in my school, which is the NHS, it's like really tight knit, and like there's like a lot of resources, so I really enjoy that.
Good,
yeah.
That's so great.
It's been hectic but good. I've studied a lot of really cool stuff with really cool people.
Do you have a least favorite part about Georgetown?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I could come up with a least favorite part.
Well, I think the dormitories could be better. People complain a lot about the food. I think the food's all right.
It gets stressful at times, and there's like a stress culture here, but like I think if you're able to manage it yourself, like it's okay.
There's a kind of constant pressure to be really, really busy all the time, and that's not always great for like mental health and for other sorts of things. But I do think that overall I've enjoyed the experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're going to hear this a lot. There's this thing called club culture here, which we don't have Greek life, or we do, but it's a very small part, and so our clubs are kind of tiered in the way that Greek life would be, and so it was kind of hard coming in, and if you're not getting into more competitive clubs, then that's always going to make you feel kind of bad, but then you always find your place where you need to.
So how is the academic culture? Is it competitive? Or?
In my specific school, it's not very competitive, but I know in the MSBA, I think they grade on a curve, so it's more competitive in that school. It just depends which college you're in.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it is competitive. A lot of the clubs have an application process, so it can be a little difficult on that side. But I think overall, I think the clubs I'm in, I've enjoyed them.
I think it really depends department to department. So I can really only speak to my experience in my own sorts of majors. I think the sort of pre-med environment is pretty competitive, but the physics, sort of biophysics major in general is pretty cooperative, as is the philosophy major. The classes themselves for philosophy and most of the biophysics stuff isn't curved or anything, so there's no real incentive to try to do better than someone else, except so we kind of just work together.
What does it mean to you guys to be on a Catholic Jesuit campus?
Yeah, so before I came to campus, I was kind of I didn't know what to expect of like the Catholic Jesuit environment, and when I came here I really liked it because like, well, I didn't grow up with a religious background, but now like all the interfaith dialogue and like it really opened my eyes to like another world, a new perspective.
Well, I'm Jewish, so there's no real religious aspect for me there, but the Jesuit values have been really interesting to learn about and to implement in my everyday life. I'm always trying to get Cura Personalis into my everyday studies and stuff like that, so that's been really important to me.
What is Cura Personalis? Is that a Georgetown thing?
Yes, it's like care of the whole self.
I mean, I'm Jewish, right? So like I think it's really interesting for me because a lot of what that means is less about the specific religious practices of Catholicism in general and more about specific values that I think are important and somewhat universal. So, you know, like the concept of cura personalis, right, care of the whole person, the concept of being like people for others, all kind of create, like those are the values that we care about. And so I think that's what kind of comes through rather than like any individual like aspects of religiosity. Of course, if you want to pursue those aspects of religiosity, you're like free to do so, and I think that's important as well.
So like at first I thought it was gonna be really like religious, but they're like honestly I think it's like probably more open to like other like religious backgrounds than other things. Like I just went to an RT service like a couple of weeks ago, which is like a Hindu service, and like I've never been to that, and that was really cool for me. And so like they just do a bunch of like interfaith events here, which is like really nice, and I think that's like awesome.
What's the whole self mean?
To me, it basically means like expanding myself in as many ways as possible. Pretty much, it's like like growing in my studies and also growing in my extracurriculars and my social life, and just becoming bigger and better no matter what.
So it's like always helping out others, and not just like your education is not just like for you, but it's for like to help out like everyone, I guess.
Is there room for interdisciplinary study at Georgetown?
Yeah, like I guess you can like study like anything that you like want, but like it's just I don't know, however you want to like put it around your schedule.
Oh, there's definitely a ton of room for interdisciplinary study. I mean, I have a very weird and disparate set of interests, and I'm able to pursue all of them, which is nice.
Are there good student support systems on campus, like mental health services and community events, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So our main mental health service is CAPS, which is like a psychologist on campus, and then there are other resources on campus as well. I know I'm really close with my RA personally, and like I would go to her for any advice, so that's
Good.
my support system.
Good.
I haven't gone to any of the mental health services. It's called CAPS here. I haven't heard the best things, to be honest, but they're always being publicized. We know that they're out there. We know they exist. In terms of student engagement, there's always a lot of stuff going on. So we have the Healy Family Student Center, and there's always something being put on there, like free ice cream, or I'm on the SFS Academic Council, and we do study breaks. So during finals time, we're going to have like little stations out for snacks, and making sure people aren't so stressed out. So
How do you feel about the live-in requirement, the live-on-campus requirement?
it's kind of a burden, but also it's hard being in Georgetown because houses are expensive as it is, and I was really put off by it, and there's a lot of people that try to get excuses for it and want to move off campus their junior year, their senior year, and it's definitely doable, but sometimes you can feel a little bit trapped, but it is easier to access everything. So like I'm still in a dorm since I'm a junior. I'm going to be living off campus senior year, and I'm really excited about that, but it's really easy for me to get from the library to my dorm to order food to anything. So.
And how is the social scene here? Like, what are the parties like? Like, what do you guys do on the weekends?
The social scene is pretty fun. I have had, some weekends where I go to parties with my friends, or some weekends where we just stay in and like play card games in our common room. Like, it's pretty balanced, which I really like.
A lot of stuff is off campus, so like you have to go to like clubs off campus, but then like at the beginning of the year there's like more stuff on campus.
Yeah, it depends a lot on like what you do, right? So I do theater, I do a cappella, taekwondo, there's a retreat program I was a part of, Escape, and so that kind of forms your social circles, and that kind of informs what you do. Yeah, I mean, I think vis-a-vis partying, drinking, all that, whatever, it's going to depend on the people you hang out with.
Yeah, like with the whole club thing, so different clubs will sometimes throw like their own events, or you have friends that will throw their own events. Me and my friends like to go out a lot in DC, so we go downtown or we go to Adams Morgan area, and that's always a lot of fun. And I don't know, it's very active. There's a lot of different groups. The ones that are going like out clubbing are a different crowd than like ones that are like, you know, going to more local, like in on campus parties. But you know, you can always do both, and it's a good time.
Is there any Greek life here?
Yeah, I'm actually in a sorority, so it's really small. There's only 2 sororities and like 3 fraternities, but it's like not like serious like in the South or anything. But yeah, it's fun.
What did you write your essay on?
My essay was about fighting sexism in my high school by going against a pretty sexist athletic director for my girls lacrosse program.
Oh yeah, I remember. I wrote about.
I think one was about volunteering, another one was about like it's like the SFS question, so I talked about like US-China relations.
So I'm interested in rural health, and so like I wrote about like why I was interested in it and like how I thought like my major would help me like, I don't know, do stuff like in the real world.
Good.
It was on my ability to like see things from different perspectives and put myself in other people's shoes. Was my kind of shtick. I don't remember a ton of details about it. It was like 3 years ago at this point, but that was the theme.
I wrote it on my, so I lived in Dubai for a year, and I used that experience it was like my first introduction to like actual like problems pretty much, and a foreign community, because I'd grown up in Denver my whole life and in a small suburb, and I kind of launched that as my first experience to growing connections with people from other ethnicities and other places, and how I wanted to like improve upon that. And I don't know, it was very SFS oriented, so that's the School of Foreign Service.
So if you could go back and do it all again, would you still go to Georgetown, you think?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I know this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, I think so. So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So fun fact, I transferred.
Oh, okay.
So I chose, after going to my first school, to come here, and it was definitely the best choice.
Well, that's what people think about Georgetown University. Thanks for joining us with ProWrite.